Bonjour à tous et à toutes. I hope everyone is doing well. We have about 2 weeks left before all online classes are done and then we have to face final exams. Hopefully we'll get more clarification on the final and then I'll let you know through an email. But for today, I just wanted to come here with another video on les pronoms relatifs. So as you've seen so far, this chapter is very grammar dense, which is why I've been putting a lot more videos. And hopefully we can talk a bit about pronom relatif, COD, and whatnot later on when I have a little review session. Okay. All right, without further ado, all right, so a lot of you might think, well, why are we using pronom relatif if we can use COD, we can use pronom un, pronom I? That's because pronom relatif is very different from COD. Remember that COD, we are not linking two sentences together, right? We're just using it so that in this next sentence, we are not repeating the same element that we don't want to repeat again, right? Example, je mange une pomme, je l'adore. Now, as we all know, the L apostrophe here is replacing une pomme, right? Une pomme, je mange quoi? Une pomme. And if we want to replace it, technically it will be la, but then we change it to L apostrophe because here we have a vowel and we place the COD in front of the verb. Okay, but for a pronom relatif, we don't have two distinct sentences, we just have one, right? So the pronom relatif here is que, because it's linking these two sentences. So that's how they're different. We're going to go in more depth here as to which pronom relatif to use, but I just wanted to show you this before we go further. Okay. Now, you've probably have seen this in my slides. Pourquoi utiliser les pronoms relatifs? Pourquoi utiliser que et qui dans des phrases pareilles? C'est pour éviter des répétitions, n'est-ce pas? So we're not repeating ourselves. So this chapter is just giving you more structures so that you don't repeat yourself when you're writing. Okay. Now, regardez bien les phrases suivantes. Vous rêvez d'une expérience que vous n'oublierez jamais. Okay. Now remember for que, basically it is giving you the option to be using a COD, because let's just look at the second sentence. Vous n'oublierez quoi? Jamais? Une expérience, right? So we're not going to be using expérience again here. So that's why we're using que here. Okay? So remember, you're asking the question quoi? And then that will bring you back to d'une expérience. So if you're asking quoi, right? What? Vous n'oublierez what? That's a COD, which is why you're using que. D'accord? Okay. Vous êtes un voyageur qui s'intéresse au contact avec les locaux. Now, take a look at this one. Can we really ask a question quoi here? Not so much, right? Instead, you'll see in the second sentence, there's actually no subject at the beginning. Where's the subject? Here we have vous, that's the subject, right? Here we don't have one. So mainly, when it comes to pronom relatif qui, you're using it when the second sentence does not have a subject, okay? Notice here, I'm not saying quoi s'intéresse au contact avec les locaux. No, I'm asking who? Qui s'intéresse au contact avec les locaux. Okay? So with qui, look at the second sentence. If it does not have a subject, then you use the qui. Okay? Again, qui is replacing un voyageur. Because if I were to have the second sentence here, let's just break this into two sentences. Vous êtes un voyageur. Okay? Un voyageur qui s'intéresse, etc. Okay, so that's if you wanted to have your repetition, then you have the voyageur and the voyageur. But because we're very technical now, we don't want to be repeating ourselves. So we're going to be merging these two sentences together. And because voyageur in the second sentence acts like a subject, you're going to be using qui. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so let's move on to the last one. Avec visite, organisez de belles surprises pour les gens que vous aimez. Okay, let's do the same thing here. We have this first sentence. Okay. And then the second sentence is vous aimez qui? Les gens. N'est-ce pas? So here you have these two sentences. All right. Okay. All right. So when you're asking the question here, notice that you already have a subject. So it cannot be qui because in the second sentence you have a subject already. So forget about that. Here you're going to be asking the complement. Vous aimez qui? Again, we're asking qui here because we're talking about les gens. So these are people. Les gens, which is why you have que here. Okay, because again, we already have a subject here. We don't need another one. The only thing that we are replacing is the complement of the sentence. So that's why you're going to be using que. Okay? But one little thing that I wanted to bring to your attention, because you might come across this, is when you are using que, okay, so when you have a COD in the second sentence, notice here you have il as a subject, so we know that it was a que before. You can, okay, let me see. So you can, in this case, because you have a vowel, you can do the whole QU apostrophe because you have a vowel and because here you're using a COD, okay? The second sentence, we already have a subject, so it's there. D'accord? But if you are using pronomrelatif qui and not que, the reason why we're using qui here is because we don't have a subject in the second sentence, right? So qui would be replacing des gens, okay? Les vis-eaters sont des gens. Des gens expriment leur joie de vivre. So we're replacing the subject. So if it's that case, then you cannot do this. Okay, 1 second. All right. This is not possible at all. Okay, so do not do this. This does not work because here you're replacing a subject. If you're replacing a subject, you leave it as it is. So only do the QU apostrophe when you're using que and you have a vowel, and not if you're using qui and you have a vowel. Okay. All right, so I like to give you a little practice exam question from last year before I'm done here. I've also received feedback saying the quizzes have been very helpful, so I'll put another one on Canvas. I would say on Thursday, so that would give you some time to review it before doing the quiz. But that would be some type of exercise that you'll be seeing, okay? Le gaspillage alimentaire, so food waste, est un problème. Nous avons aussi à Vancouver. So you're choosing between qui and que, d'accord? So now, if you want to do this faster, I'll give you a tip. Look at the second sentence. Does it have a subject? Yes, it's nous, right? So if it has a subject already, that means whatever is missing in the second sentence cannot be the subject since we already have it. It will be the complement, okay? COD. So that means you have que, right? Because remember, if you're using qui as the pronom relatif, it's always replacing a subject. If we already have a subject in the second sentence, we don't need a qui, we need a que, okay? So if I want to go in detail now, if I want to break this down into two different sentences, I'll show you what I mean here. est un problème. Nous avons aussi ce problème à Vancouver. Okay, so you'll see here that I'm repeating myself with ce problème. So what is the question I want to ask to get rid of it? Nous avons aussi quoi? Ce problème, which is why you're using que here, so if you want to get rid of it. All right. À Vancouver. Okay. Les membres organisent les événements, aiment les légumes. Okay. So here, look at the second sentence. Do we have a subject? No, it's actually starting with a verb. Okay. So in that case, we need a subject. So here it will be qui, because we're going to be replacing les membres, which is voilà, which is a subject. So again, if I want to go into much detail, les membres, organisent les événements. Les membres aiment les légumes. So what's the role of les membres that we keep seeing here in the two sentences? Here, les membres is a subject, right? So that's why if you want to take it out, you're going to be using qui. Okay? It's pretty simple. All you have to do is step 1, look at your second sentence. If it does not have a subject, you go with qui, right? Think of qui as who. If your sentence already has a subject, that means you're missing a complement, which is why you're going to be using que. Okay? Hopefully that's simple again. If you need help, please email me. I'm always here to support you. I know online has been very distant, and I'm not really sure if everyone is understanding the material, so please keep in touch, and I hope everything that I've been posting have been helpful. And again, please do the quizzes because you might see something similar on the exam, right? So that'll be a good prep for you. D'accord. Bonne journée à tous et à plus tard.